it's an amazing feeling right now, and I'm really excited to show you, as well as be able to compare myself to others. And some of the, and especially this show where it's gonna be very, very deep. There's some very, very good bodybuilders there. Most competitive show there's been so far this year, and I get to be a big part of it. And I know a lot of eyes are on me, and a lot of people are really excited to see that. And I'm gonna give it all I got, and hopefully leave a lasting impression that I'm just gonna build from here. So the fun details, small stuff now, getting the tan on, all the stuff, all the nitty gritty stuff that's needed. And like I said, we're gonna keep on enjoying every moment of it, smiling, and I guarantee we'll have the most fun this weekend out of anyone. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a hell of a show, and I'm glad that I get to be a big part of it for everyone else. Yeah, it's Thursday, so this is the last pump up session. So last training, it's bittersweet because it's been 14 weeks of locked in on training and prep and everything. So me and Matt, the coach, are here. Been waiting for this one to finish it up on strong. Last little detail, and then it's about prepping for the show. So we're gonna kind of walk you through that today, and then we'll get some stuff ready before the athletes meeting, show you kind of what the meals are looking like for that. And kind of go over the game plan for the rest of tonight and tomorrow, and then tomorrow's all rest, and the game day is on Saturday. So
one of the biggest things that I think needs to happen today is really we're just trying to stimulate his muscle, get blood flow, increase his ability to uptake nutrients as we're increasing carbohydrates, but not overly increase fatigue, and we're not trying to make him sore today. So basically everything's gonna be a little bit shy of failure. Faster workout today, not crazy fast paced. We're not trying to change everything. We're actually keeping the exercise the same in terms of exercise selection. He usually starts out with a fly. That's what we're gonna start out with today. So his exercise order will stay pretty much the same. We'll bring it back down just a little shy of failure to not increase inflammation, and then just really just drive nutrients into the muscle as we start to carb him up.
Still having fun, man.
This is actually the hardest part for me right here this week, these last couple of days, because training has to be like 80% of usual. So I'm one who just want to keep going up and up and up and pushing it, but that's why we keep the coach around to make sure I back off. So if it was me and Marty, we'd probably still be smashing PRs right now.
All right, so on the last training day, from a coaching perspective, what I really like to kind of judge with any of the athletes that I'm working with is basically as they're going through this session, are they getting a pump, are they not? As they're getting a pump, is it improving, is it maintaining, is it starting to drop through the session? And that's how I kind of dictate the volume of the workout. So Brett, honestly, right now, he continues to continue to volumize. So that's why we're not cutting the session off. Now granted, if he had blown through this session and by the first set of lateral raises he was starting to fade, then we would pull it back some. So we had this plan today to do a push workout, but halfway through, if he wasn't continuing to respond, we would have pulled back. With him specifically, we've actually been able to pretty much increase his food for the last few weeks, and he's been eating into the show, which is why he's been responding so well today.
All right, so we just wrapped up the last training session. Like I was talking about, bittersweet. Kind of going. This wasn't a, this wasn't a 14-week prep overall, or 12 weeks, whatever. People talk about the prep for a show. This was, for me and Matt, this is more of a 2-year process. So 2 years ago, actually a little bit more than 2 years ago, because it was in June. So, 2 years and a month ago, we got off the Toronto Pro stage in 2019 as a 212 bodybuilder, and got 6th place at that last show, and knew it wasn't to the potential we could be at, and kind of discussed next steps moving forward, staying in the, what's next for us, because I just didn't feel like I showed my true physique in that, and then at that weight class and what we had to do to get down to that, and overall not my full potential. And so we decided the best bet we could do is move into the open class, but it was going to be a process. And he asked me, if you're willing to do this and take the long-term road on this, I think that would be your best route. And that's exactly what we did. So I've talked about this many times, and especially in these GASP videos, is what I enjoy the most about all of this, the process. I enjoy this, leading up to the show. I really enjoy this aspect where we're at sitting here right now. A couple days before the show, this is where all the fun is. We put in the work, and now it's just hanging out with Matt, because this is the only time we really get to spend multiple days together besides communicating and making these memories leading up to the show and then on show day. This is my vacations. These are my magic moments of the year. Is the show weekends and having going through the process of peaking for a show and then getting to show off all the hard work. And then this one is extra special because it wasn't like we did a show last month or we did a show 8 months ago and did a quick off season and do another one. This has been a 2-year process of like I touched on, of eating in the middle of the night, just so I can get all my food in to, put on the weight to move into the open. Training with the lights off at Armburst because of COVID, and the state shut down the gym, so I had to train at 5 in the morning with the lights off so we couldn't get arrested. Just these weird, small things that I had to go through these last 2 years to get to this point, and I was able to do it and come in and present a physique that I think is going to be very competitive, and something I'm very proud of, as well as my coach Matt is. So overall, this has been bittersweet to think about it. Don't get me all tearing up and stuff. We'll do that on Saturday, but we still got a lot more work to do. But it's almost like a rush of relief, knowing where we're at right now. All the work is put in, and so now, hey, we built the physique. Now we just get to fine tune it these last 24 to 48 hours, and then display it.